Kate had mentioned Amazon and Walmart among the top performers. Those are your competitors, correct?
I would say so, yeah. I would say anyone who sells Oreo cookies, even if you're on the street with a cart, I would see them as a competitor. I still have that competitive entrepreneurial spirit, and so I'm a little bit paranoid about everyone.
But basically, your business model is selling bulk items delivered to your door.
Exactly.
Which seems really appealing because I don't want to schlep all these big giant packages back to my apartment. I want them delivered to my door. But how do you make that sales pitch to somebody who's already buying from Amazon?
Well, I think anyone who has that has or doesn't have the time, the physical means, or the patience to go, that is our core consumer. At the same time, Amazon doesn't really stock those large items. So for us, we're after that large family. If you have 4, 5, 6 people in your family, or B2B is actually a really big component of our business as well. So most folks, especially here in CNBC, for the green room, you're not going to order $30,000 worth of granola bars from Amazon to power some of the snacks here, or the coffee here in the studios is probably not from Amazon. So that's where we as a wholesaler come in.
Your business model also involves taking care of your workers.
That's right, yeah. So I grew up in a working class family, started in my garage, and I was just there this morning, and I see the hard work people put in and day out. And I know that as an entrepreneur, yes, I lead the company, right? But we have hundreds and hundreds, you have thousands of tens of thousands of people working for you that really power the business on a day-to-day basis. And that's where my heart and that's where my mind usually is.
But you're paying tuition for the kids.
That's right.
That's a big one, right?
That's a large portion of my personal share in the company is dedicated towards that fund. We pay for life-changing events and also unlimited paternity and maternity leave. So it's been an interesting few years. Luckily, there's been no abuse of the program, and it's going strong to this day.
So what product, when you tell the public what people will call you and buy? We're talking about bulk this, bulk that, but what is your top 5 selling product?
It's got to be the paper product. So no one ever enjoys kind of lugging home like a 24, 36 pack of paper towels or toilet paper. So the paper products, toilet paper, paper towels, paper plates, those are our core sellers. But foods these days actually has taken over a large portion of our business. So early on, so anything from Oreo cookies to organic cookies, organic chips, everything you can imagine. We even sell this like 72-ounce, like it's the size of like 2 basketball tub of like pork rind. So you would,
wow.
That thing probably has like 4,000 calories in it.
Multiple units of that in one order, or is that considered in and of itself bulk?
Oh, that is one, yeah. So and people buy multiples of that as well. So if you guys come to the facility, you'll see the totes going around, and you're like, wow, that's a lot of calories in one tote. But sometimes, they'll also do the skinny pop with the pork rinds, and I know when the cheat days are going to happen. So depends.
So was your customer in down Manhattan, or is it out in Connecticut?
So it started off as urban only, right? I didn't have a car to get to Costco when I moved into Manhattan. So I just knew, like, wait, I'm not going to pay $6 for a box of Cheerios at the local bodega, right? So it started off as very urban, but now we spread out. What we found is that there's close to 30 million households who don't live within 30 minutes of a Costco. And so if you don't, then what do you do if your town only has 10,000 people? Are you just stuck paying those prices? With the rise of e-commerce, that's truly not a tenable solution, right? You can just order this stuff online now.
2 questions. How do you break through to a big business like Tillman's and attract him to use you as opposed to, I don't know where you get your provisions, whether it's Cisco or whoever, I don't know who the suppliers would be, but
could be boxed after this. So
could be boxed after this.
Brooklyn Lager and boxed.
How do you break through and convince Tillman that?
But how do you have the purchasing power to be competitive?
Yeah, so that's a really good question. So over time, I remember my first ever meeting with these big CPG companies. The most senior person I met was like the intern. And I was like, wow, this is not going to go well. If I convince him, then maybe I can meet his boss, But over time, what we found, and you guys cover this all the time, the consumer companies as well as the retailers are all under pressure to go digital. And those companies, when they look at digital companies selling Clorox wipes, Oreo cookies, Frito-Lay chips.
Cleaning products, whatever.
There's not a lot of folks that sell this stuff online today at massive scale. So you pair that with our scale, it's actually pretty meaningful online these days, especially because it's limited SKU. So when we sell an item, we can actually sell 1.5 to 3.5x the volume of that item, even versus Amazon, because it's not the everything store, and we funnel everyone into just a few products.
There's a lot of pricing pressure, though, in consumer products goods these days. And so for every product that you ship, Do you make money, or are there loss leaders?
So there's definitely loss leaders for us.
So is toilet paper, for instance, that's at a discount, so you can sell the pork rinds at a premium?
The margin, the margin on toilet paper is like non-existent. It's as thin as toilet paper. How about that? So
it's a one-ply toilet paper.
But what you'll actually find is that most folks think that we're actually gross margin negative, like a lot of companies that sell what we sell. But actually, we make a gross margin on every box that we sell. At the end of the day, we ship 8 to 10 items. And this is how we can be competitive. You amortize that shipping price over 8 to 10 items. Instead of Amazon amortizing it over 1, that's how you can get an incremental discount on unit savings for the shipping cost.
What do your warehouses look like? Are there robots or humans?
Yeah, so it's a marriage of both. Some facilities are more human than robots, and some facilities are more robots than human. The one here in New Jersey is the one that's more robot than humans. And when you walk in, it's full on Star Warsy.
If you had to switch that warehouse to all humans, would your margins go down? I mean, are you looking for, in other words, would you look to automate more in order to preserve your margin?
Absolutely. So we'll look to automate more and more. I think it's just the reality of the world we live in. But as we automated, we also kept everyone on staff, and we've retrained those folks to actually troubleshoot the state-of-the-art automation. So we're doing the best we can. Sometimes there's, I was just doing a tour this morning. We showed this area where there's no human within 40 feet of this machine anymore. And so sometimes that's the reality.
Sure.
But instead of just putting them out on the street, like, can you train them for customer service? Can you train them on this? Those are the questions that we ask. And sometimes the answer is no, but at least we're asking the question and trying our best doing it.
Hey there, thanks for checking out CNBC on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all of the day's biggest stories. You can also click on any of the videos around me to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.